Ladies and gentlemen, it appears we as gamers cannot stop winning. A little while ago, about a little over a week ago, the Gearbox chief, Gearbox, if you aren't aware, is the studio that's responsible for making Borderlands, right? They're responsible for making Borderlands, and the boss, the chief, Randy Pitchford, said to a fan that was concerned about potentially paying $80 for Borderlands 4, he said, if you're a real fan, you'll find a way to make it happen. Bro. Now, you know what? I seem like a conspiracy theorist, but I said this back when I made my Nintendo video. I said that the problem with this is every Tom, Dick and Harry is going to think that their dog shit game is now worth $80. And here we are. I'm not calling Borderlands a dog shit game or a dog shit franchise, but come on, people. You do not look me in my face and tell me that Borderlands 4 is worth $80. Listen, I'm more than willing to pay $100 for GTA 6. I am. Let's be honest, GTA 6 is a game that's worth $100. Hell, don't get upset with me, but I'd say GTA 6, a game at the level of GTA 6, is worth like maybe even you could sell me on 200, and that's not reasonable. But it's you could sell me on that. But a game like Borderlands 4 does not sound like an $80 game. And even with and I get it, Nintendo has thrown down the gauntlet. If you don't raise your prices from $70 or $60 to $80, you're losing money now. Because if they can get away with it, you should be able to as well. That's what the developers think. And so ultimately, once Nintendo did this, I didn't think it's not a big deal for me seeing these companies do this. As much as I feel most video games nowadays, even with the costs of living in this day and age, are not worth $80. Now that Nintendo has done it, it is what it is, right? But for him to say, if you're a real fan, you'll find a way to make it happen, is very disingenuous, and for the love of God, come on. You don't say that to people who you want to be on your side. That just sounds scummy. It just sounds like you want to line your pockets. It sounds really disingenuous, and people were not having it. They weren't having it at all. You can see people like Asmongold said, the funny thing is that this is true for many game franchises, Final Fantasy, From Software, Baldur's Gate, but I don't think it's true for Borderlands. After watching all of these trailers and gameplay footage, I just don't see how another mediocre millennial humor looter shooter is worth $80. See, Elden Ring, in my opinion, is something like, yes, sure, right? Something like Elden Ring, something like Final Fantasy, something like Baldur's Gate, sure. But you don't come out here with your made game and expect people to pay $80 for it. No, right? Another guy said, this isn't gonna work. Doom Dark Ages is showing us that even $70 is tenuous ground. Like, true, right? If we are a real fan, we'll find a way to make it happen. By buying the game 20 years after launch with final patches, fixes, DLCs, unexpected expansions, all in one package at a huge discounted price. Single player games are evergreen anyway. Another guy said, same energy. If you don't know what this is the I'm pretty sure this is where the people in for Diablo Immortal were like, do you guys not have phones? I was like, bro, don't be stupid. Don't patronize us by being stupid. This seems like a toxic answer. Of course it's a toxic answer. Of course it's a toxic ass answer. Yeah, I'll find a way. Yeah, we will find a way. That way is to another game that's not trying to scam us of an extra $10. Another guy said, I'm going to pay $19.99 when it's on sale. I guess he meant to say on sale in 6 months. True, like that's the only way to do this right now. But anyway, as you can see, got a lot of backlash, a lot of people reposting this. A lot of people were really upset with the guy, and of course I've been harassing him, death threats and all that. You know, you guys, you know how Twitter is. And so now he put out effectively an apology. He said, "I am sorry, there was a misunderstanding. Gearbox boss Randy Pitchford apologized after saying that real fans would find a way to buy Borderlands 4 if it costs $80. And you can see, was it a misunderstanding with his USB 2? It's like, yeah, now we heard you, but it's like, bro, no one is taking this seriously. Translation, I'm getting cooked all over the internet, so now I gotta backtrack. Yes, misunderstanding my ass. Don't try to gaslight your way out of this, fam. Like, we all know what you're doing. We all know that it is he. Let's be honest, it's disingenuous. He's only apologizing because people are giving him a lot of hate. And I don't know what he thought was going to happen when he made this statement. I don't know whether he thought people were just going to roll over and agree. Like, yes, ultimately, if someone really wants it, his statement is true. If you're a real fan of Borderlands 4, you will make it happen. But I'm sorry, there aren't that many real fans of Borderlands. There are not that many real fans. I'm sorry, I don't know where he thinks. I don't know whether he thinks there are 10 million real fans of Borderlands. Fine, even if there are real fans, like, bro, that $80 is better spent at other places. You're going to see better games that cost less, that allow you to spend the extra $10 on like a cheap meal, considering the state of what's it called? The state of inflation nowadays. But hey, anyways, let's look at the actual apology statement he made. So Gearbox boss, I'm pretty sure he should let the apology. Exactly. He said that previously admitted that long Borderlands sequel might cost $80, but ultimately not his decision. However, the Gearbox CEO came under fire when he suggested that die-hard fans of the series will find a way to make it happen if the price increases. Disingenuous. He apologizes. On May 28th, Pitchford received a comment on X calling one for his previous post to which he responded, "I am sorry, there was a misunderstanding." So let's look for the actual, I think this is the actual apology. Jesus Christ, holy wall of text. You guys better like the video. If you somehow reach this far in the video, like the video for this. Jesus Christ. Anyway, said, "I'm sorry, there was a misunderstanding. The absolute sincere truth is that I don't want to pay any more. I don't anyone to pay any more than they should or are comfortable with, and I always work with the intent and hope that a customer always feels they got the better end of the deal, no matter what they pay." The actual context was that a guy replied to a post about Borderlands 4 on Nintendo Switch 2 was warning me that if the price ended up being $80, the game will fail. What I was trying to do was explain that it wasn't my call, but if a $10 price increase does happen, since that's obviously where the industry is going, it will be okay that Borderlands 4 will be okay because it's a great game and there are a lot of fans who will see the value and want it. I think my trying to shorthand that using the phrase real fans triggered some people, and I saw that it got inflated. No, it did not get inflated. Okay, I'm done reading this wall of text. This video is already over 9 minutes long. You get the idea. He's just dancing around the issue. Listen, you should not. He did that. Let's be honest. That was a out of touch take. He should not have made that take. Even if he is sorry, this is not the best way to show you're sorry. If you respected the players as much as you claim, and further have been doing this for as long as you claim, you wouldn't have said if you are a real fan you'll make it happen. That's not the kind of mistake a good CEO makes respectfully. Sure, true, 1,000,000%. He's not nearly as bad as Bobby Kotick, but this is someone who is inept and out of touch, like Jesus Christ. Holy freaking wall of text, but yes, Jesus Christ, you did not have to go that far in trying to make yourself, bro. I already know that. How before you go forward. Yes, man. The game is cooked. You know that meme where the Idris Elba Cyberpunk 2077 DLC, Jesus Christ, where he says the game is fixed. The game is cooked. But anyway, yeah, we have effectively, thank God, hopefully, as he is the boss, he will be able, hopefully, this game does not release on $80.